I don't mean to harp on the weather modification, but yeah, I've been from Ballard, and I see Portland sky down there today, and it's absolutely, positively sprayed the funk out the entire way. Seattle, doused. Everywhere in between. Doused. Look at they're doing X's in the sky down here when we get close to Portland, Vancouver. How many millions and millions of people live between Portland and Seattle that are being diagnosed with things like COPD and type 2 diabetes and low testosterone and chronic fatigue syndrome, and of course the big C word, and it's not that C word, it's the other C word, of course. How many people between Portland and Seattle are there? Millions and millions. How many thousands are getting diagnosed with those things like this week and think that this stuff here has absolutely nothing to do with it? Because my mom's, she has lymphoma stage 4 metastasized cancer, and she's doing her 3rd rounds of chemo, of course, because she trusts her doctors, because they're good people that are helping her, right? And when I talk to her about this stuff, she absolutely cannot conceive that this has anything to do with her sickness or disorders. Anything. She will say that it's anything in the world except for that. And a lot of other people are the same way. My dad, you try to talk about him, he's like, well, who wants to live forever? I'm like, it's not about living forever. It's about being healthy while you're alive so you can enjoy your life. What happened to we cared about our children's future? I guess that just went out the window after the 60s, right? What the cluck ever? People think that it just does absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, tanker jets spraying aluminum oxide, barium, and strontium gas, flying circles and figure 8s and S's over the town. All day and all night, damn near every day and night. There's a break every once in a great while. We'll get a whole day, maybe 2, where the air's clean, and when it rains, we get clean air. Actually, if you notice, when it rains for 3-4 days straight, suddenly people start to come out and do things, even though it's raining. More so than they do when it's clear, or not clear, but when it's warm and not raining. Because the air is never good. Ever. And what's with this solar initiative? Oh yeah, get some tax incentives to put solar panels on your house in Oregon and Washington. Well, see, when the sun comes out, we got to fucking whatever. I can't even think of a good sarcastic comment to make. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna put solar on my house and help make the earth green. Spray. I wonder why my solar panels aren't going as good as they're supposed to. Why aren't they putting out like they're supposed to? What about the people who pay thousands and thousands of dollars for their solar setups out of their own pocket? Just because they wanted they wanted the savings and to do the right thing with the solar. Oh, I put $10,000 worth of solar panels on my house, and now the sun gets blocked out every time it comes out. Wow. What a freaking fucking joke. And then I've got to hear people talk about the fucking elections as if they make a shitting bit of difference. Hello, McFly. It doesn't make a fucking bit of difference. We've had both sides of the aisle's presidents and House and Senate. Well, not the Senate. And guess what? That never stopped. Not once. The entire time. For years and years and years. Over 20 years now in this area. Non-stop. Hasn't stopped no matter what administration there is. Have you ever heard any politician ever address that? I asked a doctor once what she thought about chemtrails when I was taking someone to the hospital for an appointment. And she said, "What's that?" And she was like in her mid-30s probably. I'm like, how do you get to be in your mid-30s alive and a human being and have never noticed that there's anything going on in the sky above you? Haven't noticed that there's a massive skyrocketing increase in disorders and diseases of all kinds. And all these people getting these diseases and getting diagnosed with it and doing the treatments that their good, smart doctors recommend to help them, think that this has absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh, my cancer's from something completely unrelated to that. Maybe that's a factor in my health, but that's certainly not the cause of anything. Yeah, okay. Breathing toxic metal oxide gases all day, every day that calcify everything in your body is not even slightly part of the problem. Oh, no, that couldn't affect anybody, you see. I worked in a bar, and so all the cigarette smoke is why I got cancer, and I worked at the nuclear power plant, that's why my butthole's falling out. No, I used to smoke lots of cigarettes and do coke, so that's why I'm all messed up now. It's not this stuff. That doesn't do anything compared to what we do to ourselves, right, doctor? That's right, Joe. There's nothing at all that could be done for your situation except for chemotherapy, because you did it to yourself. And don't try and blame your problems on anything the government's up to, because that's a conspiracy theory, and we're not going to fall for that one. Right, Joe? Right, Doc. I'll be right there for my chemo injections. Yay for freedom. Hooray for America. See, now we know everybody's born with cancer. It makes a lot of sense, and it's perfectly normal. So let's never question it and go sign up for our group rate discount at the chemotherapy center. We can get a family discount too. Hey kids, come on, let's go sign up for the family plan. We'll all get chemotherapy together. It'll be great. Yay for freedom.